welcome to the Let's Talk Football channel. Today it's kind of a mix of a preview and a review of the Barnsley game that happened on Wednesday night, and a preview of the game coming up on Saturday, but also a couple of interesting debate questions that we'll go through briefly today. Probably be a slightly short one today. Our lot more longer videos will be mainly on a Saturday, and then it's just shorter little shows in the week. Still have a decent length, but yeah, the longer ones will more likely be on a Saturday. But anyway, we'll get straight into it. So obviously on Wednesday, one that we don't really like to talk about, one that we won't talk about for too long because it was just so frustrating. We lost 2-0 to Barnsley away. Quite an annoying game. What did you think of this one, Ethan?
Just terrible. Just
shit. Yeah, it was just bad, wasn't it? Yeah. Everybody was average. A lack of cutting-edge attacking football. Barnsley cut up any bits of play we had. We could never get a good flowing play going. Barnsley were just a better side, and to be honest with you, really, we'll go through player ratings then anyway. So player ratings then. So Angus Gunn then, Ethan.
Let's go 5. Couldn't stop the goals because they're just superb, especially the first one. So yeah, let's go with 6.
Yeah, Norrington Davies.
5 average. Can be attacking threat, but not today. 5.
Tommy Smith then.
Average again. Just not really the right back, so 4. Let's say he's just average.
Harry Suter.
5. Can head things away, but in the box and corners just needs to get his head on it and actually guide it to the goal, because he just misses the target. Just needs to have that attacking threat.
Yeah. What about Danny Batt then?
3. He's just shit.
Yeah, he's not good enough, is he?
He didn't concede the foul. He got a yellow card in the first 10 minutes. A stupid fucking card. So you can't win. You can't win with him.
No, he's not good enough. Right. So after that, then Thompson,
he's wank.
Yeah.
Say 5.
Okay.
I don't give a shit about Thompson.
Yeah. John Obi McCall.
5 again. He's probably been one of our best players in that game.
Yeah. Timon.
4. Needs to add more attacking game threat into his game.
Paul.
Quite night. 5. Been the best player this season.
Jacob Brown.
4. Just shit. Been shit. The last few games, so.
Yeah.
Fucking wank.
Stephen Fletcher, even though he only played 45 minutes.
5. He did have some attacking chances, but.
Yeah. What can you say? Joe Allen as a sub.
5 again, just average. Everyone was average, so.
Sam Vokes.
Oh, God. Getting all the club, honestly. He doesn't even deserve a rating. 0. Yeah.
0. Yeah, okay. Tasha Oakley Booth.
Twat. 5 again. You can't expect him to do anything.
Yeah.
He's 19.
Not much else to say, is there really, on that, to be fair? Jordan Cousins as a sub.
Very underrated in that game. He got us defensively better. I'd say 6 from him.
Jack
Clark, 6 again. Had an average performance, just couldn't beat his man tonight. Well, on the day, anyway. So yeah, 6.
Okay, yeah, fair enough. I'll go through mine quick then. Angus Gunn, 6. Solid. He's solid, but there's not much he could have done about those goals. But since we did still concede, I'll give him a 6. Norrington Davies, I'll give him a 5. Average performance, but I thought he could have done more. Daniel Batt, I'll give him a 2. I don't think he's a trustworthy defender. I get scared every time he gets on the ball. You always know he's going to make a couple of silly fouls and mistakes, and one of those silly mistakes that he made actually did end up costing us a goal, really. Suter, 6, good aerial presence, at least in his defensive box, but obviously you can't give anybody too high after that game. Tommy Smith, 4. I don't like him playing anyway. I don't think anybody really does. It's only because of Collins getting injured. John Obi McCall, I give him a 6. Everybody was average tonight, but Obi McCall still, he still does put in some good defensive tackles, and it is a vital part of our midfield, really. Thompson, I give him a 3. I don't really rate him. I'm not very convinced by him so far. He's played it. I just don't think he's not good enough to be starting, in my opinion. Timon on the left, I'll give him a 5. I do feel a bit sorry for him. I feel like he gets chucked around in different positions, left back, midfield, centre mid, and he's having to play left wing. So I'll give him a 5. Powell, 5, very quiet today, average performance. Jacob Brown, give him a 4. Something's happened. He's dropped off in performance levels. There was a point where he was scoring against Wolves, Premier League opposition, obviously, in the Cup. Coming on to score against Reading away when we beat them 3-0, taking it around the keeper, brilliant goal. But ever since then, something's just happened. He's just dropped, massively dipped, and he's not been very useful of late, to be honest. Fletcher only played 45 minutes. Hopefully his injury isn't too serious. But I give him a 5, average, really. Joe Allen as a sub, a 5, just average. But he is consistently good, really, for us. A vital midfielder for us. Sam Vokes, a 0. You could maybe give him a 1 for tying his laces properly on his boots, but other than that, you can't give him anything else because he didn't do anything. Tashan Oakley-Booth, what can you really expect him to do? A player with good potential, and I reckon he could do well, but he just needs more minutes. If we want to see him do something, then he needs to get given more time than he is right now, because the time he's getting, he can't do much with. I don't think he can't show much with the time he's getting given at the moment. Cousins, he did all right. I give him a 4. No, 5. I'll give him a 5. He came on in difficult circumstances, and I think he's criminally underrated, Cousins, actually, because he's helped us grind out many wins before coming on for the last 20 minutes. Great defensive asset, I'd say, to our midfield. Jack Clark, 5. Always trying to take on midfielders. Very skillful, but couldn't really do much in this game. So that's all we'll talk about Barnsley. The less said about that game, the better, really. Nobody wants to think about that, especially if you're a Stokey. Then we look forward to Brentford, and they've actually, if you look at their form the last few games, they lost 2-0 to Barnsley, like we did, but they were at home. They lost to QPR. They lost again after that game. I can't quite remember to who, but they did lose again after that. And then in the last game, they beat Sheffield Wednesday 3-0, but then Sheffield Wednesday looked like they're destined for relegation. So if you look at their form, you wouldn't really say it's particularly good, really. Even their win, like I said, it's against a team that looks like they're stuck, like they're going to be stuck, and they haven't got much going for them. But they did win, nevertheless. They are second, level on points with third place Watford, though. So they'll be wanting to. They'll be wanting to win, because if they drop points and Watford win, then Brentford can fall out of the automatics, and they definitely won't want that. On the other hand, we'll want the points, because there's a few teams behind us that if we drop any more points, they get their points. I think it's something like we could end up potentially as far down as 15th if teams use their games in hand improperly and we drop points. So we'll want the win as well. So I think it's going to be a difficult game for us. Your prediction, I think it's fair, since we're doing this show. Prediction for the score?
Let's give me our game. I think we'll get a draw. 1-1.
Okay. I'm going to say... I hate to do it, but I have actually said that same score before doing this tonight, and I can see you know what, I'll be different. I'll say a 0-0 then. Say a 0-0. Because I do genuinely think it'll be a draw, and I don't think if it's going to be a draw, it can't be a high scoring draw. Not because of Brentford, more because I can't see Stoke scoring too many. So then quickly go through preferred lineup. So if you want to go first, Stephen, for the game.
Gun and goal, Chester, Suter, and Tommy Smith, Norrington Davies, McCall, Allen, and Powell. Then McLean if he's fit, Fletcher if he's fit, and Jack Clark.
Yeah, fair enough. Mine's near enough the same, I think. Yeah, gun and goal, solid keeper. What else to say? Norrington Davies, solid. Chester if he's fit. I don't really know where he's gone, but I'll bring him in. Suter with him. I'd have Tommy Smith right back because there's nobody else. If there was somebody else, I'd play them instead because I don't really rate him. In the midfield, Joe Allen, McCall, and Powell. I'd have as my three. If McLean's fit, like even said, I'd play McLean. Otherwise, we'll probably end up playing Timon. Up front, if he's fit, again, then Fletcher, even if he isn't, just chuck him on up front. Fletcher with only one good leg is still better than fully fit folks. So, yeah. And then right wing, Jack Clark, do we really need to say why we'd start him? I don't get why he isn't starting anyway. I think that's, unless there's a good reason for it, I think that's almost criminal that we don't start him. Brilliant, skillful player, full of confidence.
Yeah.
Right. So, that was just sort of a brief review of the Barnsley game, quick preview for the game on Saturday. Obviously, as you guys may know, there will be a good, a longer length podcast on Saturday. That's when you'll get the longest videos from us, probably, is on a Saturday. The ones in the week, we should try and just bring out shorter videos. But yeah, Saturday is like, say, when our next proper podcast will be. But anyway, we'll move on. So we've got two debates to go through to finish off the podcast. The first question is, because Ethan thought this would be a good one to use, and to be fair, I can understand why. Harry Kane or Erling Haaland? So since you made the question, Ethan, I'll let you go first on that.
Well, don't get me wrong, both really good players. Due to their ability on the ball and strength wise.
Yeah.
Harry Kane, obviously, amazing striker. Just if he shoots, he scores. And his hold up play is amazing. And he's getting more and more assists this season, which is interesting.
Yeah.
So I like how he's brought that to his game. But Erling Haaland's on another level. Oh my god. Just everything about him. He's your perfect striker.
Yeah. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Powerful.
Yeah.
Absolutely quick. He's rapid. He can shoot.
Yeah.
And he's just a really good character in this Dortmund team.
Yeah. I mean, to be honest with you, for me on this, I'd say Erling Haaland just edges it over Kane for me. Just the age difference. Erling Haaland's much younger, and he's already at least matching the levels of the likes of Kane. A lot of people would also argue maybe going above and beyond already at such a young age. So I'd say Haaland, yeah, like you said, he's the complete striker. He's got everything. He's got the pace, but he's also got the strength. He's great aerially, wins a lot of headers. but also is class with his feet, decent skill, and he's got the shooting as well. Whereas Kane, he's got good shooting, good aerial ability, all right strength, but he's a bit slower. He's not as skillful. Whereas Haaland is like the perfect complete striker, which it's rare that you can say that about any player, really. So then a little add-on question to that is, which I think this is an easier answer probably than the first one, but who do you think will end up having the more successful career?
Well, it's got to be Haaland, hasn't it? Because if Harry Kane stays at Tottenham, he's just not going to win any trophies with the whole situation at Tottenham being like going down in the position of the table. With Dortmund, they have good chances of winning any cup in the league.
Yeah.
You've got the Bundesliga, that's getting mix and match now. It's quite tight there, roundabout, I think. And the other competition as well, that I forgot what it's called.
I mean, to be honest with you, I think in terms of the current teams that they're at, they both. I think Haaland will have a more successful career just because he's got more years ahead of him than Kane in terms of playing career. I'd say plus as well, you forget about things like, even though I know might not be classed as the highest trophy, it's still a trophy. You've still got those German cups for the Bundesliga teams. I think Bundesliga, I do think, to be honest, if he was at Borussia Dortmund, I don't think they won that just because I saw this earlier on today, that the last time Borussia Dortmund won the Bundesliga was in 2012. So Borussia Dortmund could do with winning one soon because it's been Bayern taking the hot spot for it ever since Borussia won it in 2012, which is crazy, really. I didn't think it'd been that long.
Let's be honest, they've been amazing.
Yeah, but they have, to be fair, won the Champions League, didn't they? Ultimately, Bayern. So tough competition, really. But yeah, I'd say I think Haaland as well. He can slot into any team. To be honest, the quality he has.
Yeah,
I could see him getting it. There's already links that he's going to move away to bigger sides as well in the summer. So I just think he'll have a more successful career because I can imagine him moving away in the summer, going to a bigger club and getting some trophies in the bag. Whereas I think Kane, he's spent too long at Tottenham already and he's got last years to do that. So I'd say Haaland for that. But Kane obviously is world class, one of the best strikers in the world. So, then the final question that I thought we'd do today is, in terms of England, since the Euros is in the summer, basically, if you because a lot of people would say Kane is the best player in the England squad, or he's the one that's most likely to carry us to a trophy. It's what a lot of people say. So removing Kane out of that squad, I just want you to pick one player who you think would be most likely to be able to drag us to a trophy for England. One player. I know it's difficult, but one player, removing Kane out of the situation. One player from the whole squad that you go, yeah, other than Kane, he's most likely to get us a trophy, to get the trophy home for us.
I mean, in terms of strikers, I think the most likely player to get us to a trophy is Everton's Dominic Calvert-Lewin.
Yeah.
Just because he's probably one of the best strikers in the league right now. He's in form. He's got a great manager under him in Carlo Ancelotti. So
yeah, I mean, but would you say that? Would you pick him as the one player other than Kane where you go, yeah, he's the one that will get us the win today if Kane's not involved? Is he the one that you look at for to do that, or do you think it is somebody else?
Well, for a striker, he's got to be, hasn't he?
Because
that's his job.
What do you think? Yeah, I get what you're saying. So what would you say? I know you're looking at strikers since Kane's a striker, but would you go with him out
Just
of the
in
whole
general.
squad? Yeah, just in general. Or would you go with someone else to get the wins, to get a trophy?
See, there's names coming into my head like Grealish, Sancho, but Grealish is not at a club where you'd think they win trophies like Aston Villa. But Dortmund aren't winning trophies right now. They have the possibility to, but will they? Probably not. It's a hard question, to be fair. To be honest, I think Pope would save a couple of wins from like going to losses because he is that type of goalkeeper. He just saves everything.
Yeah.
But the one player, if I had to choose, would probably be either Phil Foden, because he's with title winners in Man City, or I don't even know. It's a hard one. We'll just throw it. Why not Grealish? Because he's an amazing forward. He's probably been player of the year.
I mean, to be honest with you, what I would say is I don't think there's really a wrong answer because any player that you choose from the players that are in that conversation are all quality anyway. So it's not really a wrong answer.
Yeah.
I'd say it's a difficult one. Other than Kane, if I look at it, then I'd probably say that our most influential player would be, if you base it on the last international break we had as well, probably would be Grealish. I'm actually going to back you up on that one. I'm going to say Jack Grealish, but it is very difficult. There's obviously so many good talents, and that's why the Euros will be a great thing to watch. And for England, we could go far because we've got a lot of good potential coming through. And just a quick word on the Euros: when it gets closer to the summer, we will be trying to post a lot of Euro related content, and we are thinking of doing some more stuff for now. We're thinking of doing more separate shows in the week, specifically for Champions League, maybe Europa League, some more stuff on Premier League teams. But anything that you want to see, if there's any particular club, league, competition, anything, comment down below. If you watch this video and you've got a thought in your head that you think would be all right, don't be shy or anything about saying it. Just say it, because it doesn't matter what it is. We'll take it into consideration and we'll try our best to do it. But other than that, that is the show for today. So we hope you enjoyed watching it. We certainly enjoyed making it. And please like, subscribe. As Ethan says, it's free. So thank you for watching.
And thanks for all the support as well. It's been amazing, really, hasn't it?
It has, to be fair. We've loved it. We've been talking about it in the group chat. It's been for the podcast. We've loved seeing the support. So thanks for that, guys. But
want to say about Jack not being here as well?
Yeah, it's just been me and Ethan today, as Jack wasn't able to make it, but he will be in for the one on Saturday. So I won't worry about that. It will be the trio back for Saturday. But other than that, though, I'd say, thanks for watching, and
cheers, guys.
And we'll see you in the next one.